What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today we're checking out Pet Shop Boys. It's a sin. Actually, let me relook at this. We've rocked with the Pet Shop Boys. Let me just put in Pet Shop, and it'll show because they had a banger. Yeah. West End Girls. That's right, man. Dang. That reaction was recorded like 6 months ago. Pet Shop Boys, half a year. Wow. How time does fly. West End Girls. That was a banger too. I like that. Anyways, you know what? I go out and I'm recognizing the music that I'm reacting to more, especially like the people that I wasn't familiar with. People like Bob Seger and Creedence Clearwater Revival gets played, and Phil Collins and Billy Joel get played a lot when I go out. But I don't think I've ever heard Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. I was just thinking about that, how like, anyways, that's super random. But because I just felt like that was a catchy tune. Like I was like, I should hear that out and about. Anyways, Pet Shop Boys, it's a sin. I've never seen this video, never heard this song, and I've only done one reaction to them on the channel, so this should be fun. If you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it started. Welcome back, baby.
They tease them a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, the logo's down and the video is up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. Also, if you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there we take on challenges, react to comedy, trending topics, stuff like that. But all the music and the music reactions happen right here on this channel. If you wanted access to these reactions early, there's a link in the description to our membership. Gives you that access, and there's a huge catalog of reactions that have not been released to the public, and I update it every single day. Anyways, there's not an obligation. Just thank you guys so much for the support. Huge shout out to all the members on the channel helping the dream work. And let's get this popping. Now, this is on the Pet Shop Boys official YouTube channel. So please go watch this video independently of my reaction. My reaction is not a substitute for the original content. We always want to show love and support to the original content creators. And let's get it popping, man. We look like we're getting into some ritualistic, man. We look like we're at the, where's that spot? Yo, so never mind. We won't talk about the owl. What is it? The mole? Anyways, never mind. Let's not put on any tinfoil hats today. Let's just see what's going on. What was it? Anyways, Pet Shop Boys. It's a sin.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds, guys.
Why does that dude look familiar? Like he's an actor. That dude who was on the screen just now.
Well,
Yo, this is the garage band Bohemian Grove, yo. This is eyes wide shut down. This is insane. Okay. How do I want to approach this? Let's talk about the lyrics and the music. The production is cool. I don't love it. West End Girls is so fire compared to this. This is a little bit of a letdown, if I'm being honest. I'm not in love with the music. Even his vocal performance, it feels a little cringe to me. Like the "It's a Sin." This reminds me of like the concept of the Water Boy. Remember his mom? It's of the devil. It's of the devil. And essentially, all respect to this band, okay, and this group, and them making music and getting to an illustrious position and being, you know, popping. Like they're cracking. They're a big group. I'm not, you know, I'm just telling y'all when I'm listening to this, what I'm hearing. And I'm also not trying to negate, if he wrote this, his experience, because what I'm hearing here is that, you know, when he was young, I don't know if he went to like if he was in a religious household, went to a church, was in a religious school. I don't know. But what I'm getting here is that religion made him feel shame for natural feelings that he had, right? Like when we're young men coming of age, there's certain things that you start to do and see and sense and feel. And, you know, there is a potential where you can feel ashamed or like, because I felt that way, right? Not because I wasn't supposed to do it or do certain things, because I didn't understand the changes going on with my body and my parents didn't really explain it to me. And then I got exposed to adult content that they didn't know of. And so things started happening. You know what I'm saying? And so I understand this concept of him being like, it's a sin, right? But he's also putting a connotation to it where you got to find the balance being like, when you look at religious, I know people will be like, religion is oppressive, it's holding this, that, and the other, but religion is information. It's a long-term wisdom that's been handed down through these books. And essentially, cutting it short and dry, it's saying that discipline will make your life better. That's honestly what it's saying, right? Discipline and balance will make your life a lot better and easier. And this is for people who don't believe in the good book. I'm a believer, so, you know, this is my perspective. But this concept of it's a sin, I understand where he's coming from because I've went through many phases of my faith and my belief system. So I get it. I'm not knocking this and I'm not knocking it, never that on my channel. I only try to do constructive criticism and tell you what I'm feeling and what I'm not feeling. So I want to separate that. This is not a bias for what he's talking about. Oh, because he's implying this and I might not necessarily agree with it totally, I don't like the song. Absolutely not. Like I've heard freaking, you know, Rob Zombie, you know, and I'm like, this is a banger. A banger is a banger, you guys. I'm just not feeling this song. Like the track, when you listen to Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls, and then you listen to this, you can't tell me that this is as, like, in my opinion, objectively as good as that track. I'm not feeling this musically. But I also wanted to talk about the lyrics. That's where I felt like he's coming from. Let's dive into it a little bit more, you know, not get too hung up on it. But, you know, even the visuals are insinuating this like underground cult, this, that, and the other. It honestly reminded me of some of the stuff I've seen about Bohemian Grove. That's why, you know. Anyways, let's rock. This is Pet Shop Boys. It's a sin.
Every place I've ever been, everywhere I'm going to, it's a sin. Father, forgive me. I try not to do it. Turned over a new leaf, then tore right through it. Whatever you taught me, I didn't believe it. Father, you fought me, 'cause I didn't care, and I still don't understand. So I look back upon my life, forever with us.
I actually like this part. So the Father Forgive Me part was cool, But this part of the song where it's like, I look back upon my life, I do like that part.
So I look back upon my life, forever with a sense of shame. I've always been the one to blame. For everything I long to do, no matter when or where or who, has one thing in common too.
Actually, the more I listen to it, I think I just don't like the hook. It's a sin. I just feel like it's too basic. Because as I'm listening to it, I'm like, nah, this ain't bad. I might be tripping. It's that hook, though. It's a sin. It's just not doing it for me. But what I wanted to say, I want to do a confessional right now and right here. I actually totally relate to everything he just said and everything he's saying in here. You know, I'm human. I'm of the flesh. And I get tempted. And, you know, there's things that you've been addicted to for your whole life. And this could be anything. You know, addiction spans from food to drugs to alcohol to pleasures, whatever vice it may be. We all have those. And being disciplined, like sometimes I get in my own head and I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. And I literally sometimes ask God, like, bruh, why are you making, like, I know it ain't him, but I'm like, why are you making this so hard? Like, why are these innate natures and instincts that are just like living in you and you're trying to not act upon these things? Why? Like, I just thought maybe as you got older, as you got more consistent, it would get easier. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not. And a lot of people, including myself, make mistakes. You backslide a little bit here and then you got to course correct and get it right. And I actually started relating to these lyrics as I listened to it more and more. I was like, damn, I remember the other day I was thinking this. And sometimes thoughts lead to behaviors. And sometimes behaviors lead to actions. And sometimes those actions have consequences, which they do. I get it, man. I actually like the messaging in here because this is like some philosophical, I'm conscious about what's going on around me. And I believe the fundamental principle here is like he was probably raised in some type of religious setting. And he's confessing that I felt shame for all these things that just are like natural instinct, you know, or animal instincts, you know. And I don't really think he's saying like I shouldn't feel ashamed though. That's where he's being like condescending with the hook, like it's a sin. Everything it's a sin. And it's like that concept of Waterboy's mother being like, it's of the devil, you know? And so there is a balance to walk, right? Everything isn't of the devil, you know? But anyways, let's go. Pet Shop Boys, it's a sin.
Has one thing in common too. It's a sin. It's a sin. Everything I've ever done, everything I ever do, every place I've ever been, everywhere I'm going to, it's a sin. It's a sin.
The video is definitely creepy. That shit is creepy as hell. Anyway, shout out to the Pet Shop Boys, man. West End Girls is it for me right now. We'll see what else we check out from them. West End Girls is fire. Again, I kind of got on some philosophical conversational over here with this because that's what the lyrics brought out. You know what I'm saying? I understand what he's saying, and I'm not negating it either. That's why I'm trying to express my thoughts and interpretation very openly, because I feel like I've been through a lot of what he was talking about. And I think humans just in general go through this every day. Like, beyond being a sin, what is actually good for you? What serves you? Right? You saw I felt like the principle of gluttony was with that girl just eating all that stuff. We know what gluttony does to us. And even though it's classified as a sin, let's say you're not a believer and it's not a sin. Being gluttonous, eating mad different stuff is not going to be like, does that serve you? Do your pleasures serve you? You know, if you're chasing the flesh, which in that case it can be so many different things. When I say the flesh, it doesn't just mean, food. It could be, relationships. It could be, drug addictions, whatever. I just think that's the basis premise. Like, because a lot of times people get crazy on the channel because they don't believe in God or whatever. And so they get really upset with me for talking about God, which I think that's wild. But if you don't believe in God, I think the question, because I believe in God. I'll put that clear and straight for everyone to see. I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. That's just what it is. People can get mad at that if they want. But if you don't believe in God or don't believe, let's say you're an atheist, at best, I still think you should ask yourself, do these pleasures serve me? Right? And that's if you want to be a successful person, and make it to certain endeavors in life. If not, it don't matter. Like, do whatever, we seek, as humans, just naturally, we seek pleasure and comfort. We seek pleasure and comfort, and it's so easy and it feels good. I love all the things that you love. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like ice cream? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying ice cream is a sin either. I'm just saying everything in moderation. Anyways, rant over, man. Dad mode turned off. Some people are going to get it. Some people are going to bash me. This channel's funny. You can't ever make everyone happy. And this is my style of reactions. Again, all respect to the Pet Shop Boys. It is a good track. I just personally didn't love it. This won't go on my playlist. I did like parts of the song more. As I listened to it, It's a Sin was not doing it for me for the hook, but I understand what he's trying to convey. You guys let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.